very, very happy to be here with all of you, with my original Zillis family. And it's always a joy to hear about a company that is doing so well, that is making such a big difference in people's lives. Because every time you hear about a multi-level marketing company, it's about people. It's about people, communities, friends, and families. Especially you are sharing something with each one of them which is pertaining to health. And I was watching what Shannon was sharing with all of you and the glowing faces of Zelis. These glowing faces were telling me that you're not only building a business, but you're leading a healthier, happier lifestyle. And it's best of both worlds. And I've seen this closely over decades now, that people who get into this space, they are making differences in their own lives. Zilis is a wellness revolution. Why do I say and why do I make this bold statement? And Shannon, let me know if we have to pause anywhere for translation or anything, or I can keep on speaking at a little slower pace.
You are doing perfect. They are live translating us as we speak, so you can continue on.
Perfect. Thank you. Because when we look at Zelis, is about healthy ways to support the immune system, because you want to have a product. And interestingly enough, if you really look at the company and the two products, that the two herbs that design all the products, one is Amalaki, which is one of the most ancient herb that is known to humanity. And the other is cannabis, which is also one of the most ancient herb that is known to humanity. And both of them have a religious, spiritual, emotional connotations to both of them together. And to build a company, I'm very, very amazed and very surprised and very proud of Zilis, because we are giving products to people, which is not only about building a business or having a multi-level marketing company, but trying to help people in the best possible ways. And I'm going to tell you a few very distinct ways that these products help you. Number one, when you look at an immune system, nowadays in medicine, immune system and nervous system is just one and the same thing. If you ask any immunologist, they would not be able to tell a difference between what a nervous system is, what an immune system is. We like to call immune system as a circulating nervous system. It is eavesdropping on every thought, every discussion that you have in your mind. So when you have an herb or a product which directly addresses your immune system, it prevents it from getting hyperactive or underactive at the same time. There is nothing that we know in current modern medicine that you can use in a same way for an underactive or an overactive immune system. And when your immune system is getting calibrated, it starts talking to you towards your healthier nervous system. And the healthier nervous system promotes you for choosing a healthier lifestyle, selecting the right kind of foods, having an active lifestyle so that you have a desire to keep all the moving parts moving, to get your daily exercise in, maintaining a healthy natural weight without following fad diets, but naturally eating well, doing detoxification, everything inbuilt, you are able to manage weight more easily, getting enough sleep, because when you are managing stress more effectively, you are able to fall asleep and stay asleep more effectively. And altogether, it creates a response which is very unique in medicine nowadays that we talk about, which is called as adaptogenic response. Can I have the next slide? Adaptogenic response simply means that you are able to adapt to whatever stressful situation that you're going. And I was seeing all these business leaders who are going from different parts of country to Peru, to Colombia, this and that. It is a stressful life sometimes. But when you have an awareness towards mindful, healthy living, then you are able to manage those stress without letting it affect your physiology. And Ayurveda, as we like to call it, the definition of Ayurveda is the science of life. I've been practicing Ayurveda over 32 years in the West now. It's one of the most ancient body of knowledge that is known to humanity. And the reason why we call it a science of life, because it is the original lifestyle medicine. When we talk about the current age of modern medicine, it's 200, 300, maximum 400 years is the age of modern medicine. When you look at something which is around for 5,000 years, and every concept of Ayurveda is time tested, validated by the latest scientific research, is something that what you're following, what you're drinking, what you're adopting is awareness towards a healthier, happier lifestyle. Because prevention and promoting healthy attention to balance in every area of life. And I've been to numerous events of this wonderful product. And every time I go to event, I see that you have children, you have family, you have a huge community support through which you're maintaining the network, because paying attention to all the areas of life happens automatically. You create an awareness towards right mindful eating, diet, lifestyle, and the use of herbs. So let me go to the next slide and talk directly about what do you have in Amalaki. The word Amalaki is a Sanskrit word. It simply means ultra pure. Pure with no impurities at all in it. It's a fruit that is being said that has no impurities at all. And one of the tagline of Zeal is, it's an ultra company. This is ultra nutrition and it is ultra pure. It's an Ayurvedic food that has been around for ages together. And more importantly, the way we formulated this, I remember this very, very vividly, very clearly, that we want to combine not just 1 + 1, which is 2, but 1 + 1, which could be 111. So we selected some of the most powerful botanicals that are known to humanity, and we blended them in precise proportion. And precise proportion is very important. The next word that you should remember is the synergistic blend. Synergistic blend simply means that it blends the gap and imperfection in each other and works like good friends hand in hand together. So the word amla, which means free of any mala, amalaki, which is like the sustainer, the true nourisher, the true rejuvenator. It is one of the most respected herb in the globe, in the world, for rejuvenation, reversal of aging. And the reason why we call superfood is a new term. And what it means that superfood is a blend of so many different distinct pathways that are all blended together that we simply don't know which one is acting at a given time. And let me decode this a little bit more. For example, that amalaki, you may say that this is good for your dense, long, thick, healthy hair. This is very good for your eyesight, reducing the heat in the eyes and improving your optic nerves function. It is good for your skin. It is good for hyperacidity. It is good for digestion. It is good for reducing inflammation. And how do you know? When you consume Zealous juice, 30 mLs once a day before you eat anything, and allow the body to absorb the particles of this wonderful blend together, then it calibrates exactly what to do in which person at a given moment. Isn't it smart? When you ingest that 30 mLs, it goes into the body. It is so intelligent that it knows exactly from where to start the house cleaning or which area is missing, needs information. Because it is loaded with incredible sources of nutrients that are of different kind. They're all plant-based. They're all natural. And they are all natural pharmacy, which even the vitamin C that we talk about, it is not a synthetic vitamin C, which is made in laboratory. It is vitamin C, which is blended with ascorbigens and antioxidants and bioflavonoids. And when you do that, that little amount of vitamin C has far-reaching implication than even a potent synthetic vitamin C. It has free radical scavenging effect. So it prevents body from aging, and it also prevents body from leading towards a chronic disease. And so adaptogenic properties is helping you to manage stress from the fight or the flight or the freeze mode. Because either you want to run away from stress, or you want to fight it out and get angry, or you just freeze and you just don't do anything. So these adaptogenic blends, including all of it, okay? All the 7 botanicals are related one-on-one with the 7 chakras, and we will continue this product education in the future so that we can go into great details about helping you understand that how they are correlated with the 7 tissues and the 7 chakras and the 7 days of the week and the 7 planets. These are all very energetic combinations. And that's the reason why this number 7 is so powerful. Can I have the next slide, please? Look at this number 1, holy basil. When you go to Vatican, they have this basilicum. Is that right? It's one of the most revered, the holiest herb that is known even from a Catholic perspective. So when you have tulsi, which is very revered in Vedic tradition, holy basil is something which supports intestinal health. It's a rich source of vitamin C, vitamin zinc, but more importantly, it cultivates a spiritual outlook to your life. That is the reason why it has been around for such a long time. That's the reason why it gets its nickname for holy basil. For many countries that I know, they have a habit of carrying a little piece of holy basil, a fresh leaf of holy basil in their pocket when they're going for out some important meetings or something. So holy basil has properties which reduce mucus, cough, congestion, boost your immunity. And during the COVID, tulsi or holy basil was so revered to drink the tea made with holy basil. You can do that as an individual herb, but when you combine that with super smart herbs, then it takes its performance to a completely different level. Jujube it's a natural fruit. It looks like dates, but has calming properties. It's a love fruit, cultivates an emotion of love, friendship, and friendliness. Every herb has physical properties and metaphysical properties. And when we blend them together, it gives you physiological benefit, but it also gives you psycho-emotional benefits. Aids in digestion because it reduces acidity. It reduces gut inflammation, supports reducing free radicals, and it tastes delicious. When you look at jujube as a fruit, it is sold in farmers market and fresh bazaars everywhere in the globe. But when you blend this together with amalaki, with schizandra, with turmeric, for God's sake, it regulates and brings this synergy to the next level. Next slide, please. Ginger, and time tested for ages together, one of the best herb that is known to humanity for digestion. Best herb that is known to humanity for digestion in every stage, from day 1, as soon as the infant is born, till breastfeeding mother or anyone else. It is used for digestion, nutrient absorption. It kindles your agni, it improves your digestive fire, and it allows you to absorb nutrients better. So for example, you're drinking your amalaki juice as an Ayurvedic superfood. You drink 30 ml, 2 tablespoons every day. What it does is it allows you to, whatever food you are eating, it allows you to improve and extract information and improve your assimilation by 15 to 20%. So the clean food that you are eating and your ability to absorb nutrients from that food is greatly enhanced. And ginger and turmeric, again, this combination is like great, good old friends. They have been working together for ages together. And they're both very energetic herbs. Turmeric, a lot of research that has come out nowadays about reducing inflammation, reducing pain, reducing stiffness, reducing vascular inflammation. So the blood vessels that they get inflamed gets also reduced. So it's a very soothing compound when it is combined together with ginger and amalaki. From an Ayurvedic perspective, the combination of ginger, turmeric, and amla is one of the best things to prevent insulin resistance and blood sugar fluctuation. So you may think that you are drinking something sweet and tasty and delicious, but it doesn't really increase and spike your blood sugar, but it regulates it. It reduces it over a longer period of time. So it reduces insulin resistance. And by that time, you're managing your cortisol levels, you're regulating your weight much more easily. So these herbs are going into your system and working hand in hand together to have hundreds of different effects that are happening in the physiology. Next slide, please. Haritaki. If you look at the old statues of Buddhism, and if you go to the Buddhist monastic places and monasteries, there's Buddha sitting with a fruit in his hand, which is called as medicinal Buddha. And that medicinal Buddha is sitting with a fruit in his hand, which is Haritaki. And the Sanskrit name for Haritaki is Abhaya. It's Shiva. It dispels fear of every kind. The anxiety, the fear of death, dying. And more importantly, it is opening the channels, cleansing, detoxifying. So you're taking an herb which is rejuvenative, like amla, but rejuvenation will not be effective if you're not doing detoxification. Rejuvenation is only effective after detoxification. So when we add haritaki to it, it also does detoxification. It cleanses, it reduces free radicals, protects the cell as antioxidant properties. And once the cleansing happens, when the pathways are opening, then the intelligence flows. Schisandra, it's been around for thousands of years, is one of the mainstay of Chinese pharmacopoeia, supports overall health and vitality, phenomenal herb. So when you look at these 7 herbs, it's like reading a roll of honor. You show it to any botanist or any herbal specialist, or even a physician for that matter. And they would look at the list of the ingredients and will be amazed with why they have been combined in this proportion, in this format, and why they are so effective. Can I go to the next slide? What we have been talking about so far is you're drinking a juice which you think is very benign. And there are 2 very important components to it. Number 1 is the synergistic blend, which actually calibrates to, for one person, Jose, it's going to work in some way. And for Fernandez, it's going to work something differently. It calibrates, it adjusts, it adapts to the state of your nervous system. And it slowly creates an awakening and awareness towards mindful living. I think the very message of Zilis is about holistic health and community well-being. And I like to call multi-level marketing companies as multi-level that we talk about in physical health, which talk about mind, body, and spirit. These are the levels that you need to address. You need to work on your mind, you need to work on your soul and the physical body and spirit also. And when you combine an herb or a product which is about that, and we'll continue our discussion talking more energetically that how many tastes each of this herb has, how they are combined together, and more importantly, why they work together in the way they are doing. And I have seen reports and reports, labs, blood reports, where people have spontaneous remission in their conditions and health conditions, challenges. And I think that is what Ayurveda has been talking about for thousands and thousands of years. Ayurveda is the original lifestyle medicine, and Zilis is a Vedic wisdom for ideal nutrition. I'm very proud to be reconnected with my Zilis family, and we will continue these discussions moving forward, sharing more and more information. I don't want to go into technical details about the scientific research, but at some point in some group meetings and physical events, we should be able to do that. But I would be able to continue this discussion and continue the 2 real ancient herbs that are known to humanity, the cannabis and the amalaki. and why this company is creating product based upon that, and why they are so important, in which it is very much shifting the way you live, the way you think, the way you behave, and the way you become successful. Because how you feel is the kind of life you are going to attract. So I wish you all the best. Namaste. Thank you.